So when you hear people say, oh, when you hear the government say, oh, it's we're improving or we're almost doing that, you have to ask, are we and you, government, are we living in the same country? And I'm not the only one. Governors, especially in the northern part of the country, a few of them have spoken out. And directly or indirectly, they are saying, look, things are really bad. If I was advising any, maybe some of the best advice I would give, I had to give publicly, I would say to President Tinubu, if he wants to run, watch the North. Watch the North. There's a lot of anger. It's not just the North, but in the North, there's a lot of anger. People feel alienated, they feel abandoned. Now, whether it is correct or not is not the issue. A politician should be sensitive to the way the population feels. And we've seen situations where on the eve of elections, you see wholesale defections. People say, no. And politicians have a very sensitive antenna. You don't rule out the possibility that a large number of governors, even APC governors, don't worry about all this stampede of them coming into the party now. You just wait for 9 months and 1 year before the elections and see whether the northern politicians are going to listen to their people. If they
You're predicting a sea change?
Well, I think that we will see a lot of resistance against politicians who will go back to the people and say, elect me again on the platform of the ruling party.
The president earlier in the day just arrived Katsina for a state visit. You see the pictures, you see how the welcome party is suggestive that the president still has some support. National chairman of the APC speak about the president's growing popularity in the north, and then people like you obviously counter by saying that, listen, the people will end up eventually influencing their elites to consider the realities on ground. How much work does the president have to do to regain whatever support he had in 2023 and to perhaps even consider consolidating on it? Because we had a conversation yesterday with Dr. Usman Bugaje, who said the president, if he doesn't take time, would regret, treating the North this way. Is there a chance that there is perception, going at it with the reality on ground? Because the signals are quite mixed.
Well, either President Tinubu and his chairman, the chairman of his party, are right, or President Dr. Bugaje and I are right. What I'm telling you, both Dr. Bugaje and I attended a meeting 2 days ago in Kaduna. Elites, northern elite, substantially opinion molders, people who feel they have a stake in the position in the north, and the mood in that room was one of the serious anger and dejection. Look, if you want to get 1 million people to welcome President Tinubu, it's not difficult to do. Just pay them. They will do that. Or any president anywhere in this country. That's how we reduce people. They are a crowd. When it is election time, that's when you remember people. They become voters. The northerners are being turned into either crowds or voters, nothing else. So having 10,000 people to receive him, or everybody turning up in Katsina to receive the president, is not a yardstick. And Tinubu, I think, is too much of a sophisticated politician to be fooled into thinking that he doesn't have a problem in the north.
You think the president has a northern problem? He has a northern political problem?
He has a problem with the north.
And you think that's a fair way to assess the president's performance? Even with all the appointments and the responsibility of, say, for instance, insecurity being addressed by people who are primarily northerners, for instance, who are, say, close to the fire, for instance. You wouldn't say that the president has shown that he's interested in addressing the problem?
I think, again, this is one of these shifting things that I think the government is not paying too close an attention. Nobody is interested now in terms of counting how many northerners are in this position or how many southerners are in this position. That game is over. We're not interested in how many northerners are in the security sector or that. We're not interested. We just want somebody who will fix our security problem. It doesn't matter how many ministers you have in managing the economy or this. We're not interested. We're not interested in where the next president will come from. And I'm talking seriously.